Why do you keep choosing to be ugly? We make choices every single day. And do you honestly think that beauty is no different? You always have a choice to feel ugly. However, you always have a choice to feel beautiful. But babes, you keep choosing to feel ugly, and I just wanna knock that out of you. Beauty is all an illusion at the end of the day. Let me just preempt with that. Beauty is all subjective. So knowing that, I feel like should give us freedom to just be who we want to be. But honestly, that's not the case with everyone, you know? Even I have my days where I'm just like falling victim to society's conventional attractive trap. You know that trap where everyone follows beauty trends and everyone follows fashion trends to look more attractive and yada yada yada. The hamster wheel just keeps going. It just keeps going. I have gotten out of that, realizing that I have a choice to feel beautiful and to feel ugly. Now let's take it back to you, babes. You keep choosing ugly. You keep choosing to feel ugly, and as a result, you are perceived of as ugly because, babes, the world is a mirror, and whatever you feel about yourself, the world will just give that right back to you in the form of bullies, in the form of mean comments, you know? That's how the world works. It's a simulation. Not to get all woo-woo in this video. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to say that whatever you focus on grows. Here's a great example of that. I used to suffer from so much acne. I had a lot of acne scars. I had a lot of breakouts. I had a pizza face at one point in my life in middle school and high school. Now, with those breakouts, I would stress the fuck out. I would literally hyper focus on every single breakout that would happen all across my face. And you know what that did more of? It made me more stressed. It made me more anxious, and as a result, it made me break out more. And the more I broke out, the more I focused and then stressed, and then the cycle repeated itself, and I was just on this acne loop. And it just got so bad. I was just so frustrated that I just felt like giving up. I felt like I was not worthy. But babes, I had to make a choice at some point. And there was just one point where I just felt like I didn't care anymore. And also I started learning about manifestation and law of attraction in middle school, high school. And so what I gained from that was whatever you focus on grows. So what helped me flip the script and reverse everything, all the damage that has been done, because yes, you can reverse things and make things better in your life. I started to focus on the parts of my face that didn't break out. Now, at the time, that real estate on the face was very scarce, but there are parts like my forehead that rarely broke out, like my chin area rarely broke out at the time. So I would focus on those areas. When I would wash my face, I just focus on, wow, my forehead feels so smooth today. And yes, even though my fingers would caress a lot of bumps and stuff like that, I chose to really relish in my smooth chin and my smooth forehead because that made me feel good. And it was a fact that I had a clear forehead and a clear chin. And I know that there are people in this world who break out in those areas. So I chose to feel gratitude. I chose to focus on those parts and feel grateful for those parts of my face. And like I said, whatever you focus on grows. And so I started to break out less. I started to put more care into my self-care, realizing that I am worth it. Because when I was in the midst of breaking out, and comment down below if you felt this way before, but you just don't feel worth the time or energy because you feel like no matter what the fuck you do, nothing works. So why try at all? However, when I started to realize that, hey, I am enough. I am worth the extra effort and time to self-care and do masks and do pore cleansers and do exfoliating. When I realized that I was worth all that, my skin started to clear up. And then I noticed that, wow, this cheek feels so soft. And then everything just cleared up and acne wasn't my issue anymore. Yeah. That really taught me that whatever you do focus on grows in life. So when it comes to you deciding whether to be beautiful or whether to be ugly, focus on what you want to be. Focus on the beauty of yourself. Because we all have beautiful aspects of ourselves, babes. Even you do too. When I was conventionally unattractive, I was focusing on just my looks and my crooked teeth and my acne at the time. So I was choosing to feel ugly. I kept myself down feeling ugly because I focused on those parts. However, beauty is not just physical, babes, okay? I don't know if you know that, but your favorite internet guncle is here to tell you that beauty transcends beyond the physical. Once I started to realize that, I started to recognize other aspects of myself that are really beautiful and really awesome. Like, I am a naturally gifted dancer. I am a great speaker. I am a really funny person. I have a really beautiful voice. There are just so many other aspects of myself that I got to know that transcend just the physical. And because when I was just focusing on the physical, I kept myself down in the dumps. But when I realized that there's so many more layers to my beauty that aren't just physical, that are my talents, that are my personality, that are my sense of humor, that made me feel very beautiful. And when I started to develop that inner feeling of beauty, things on the outside didn't feel so bad anymore. I didn't place so much resistance and negative attention on my looks anymore because I was getting friends who appreciated me for my beauty, who shared so many things in common with me, who liked the same things as me, who liked that I could make them laugh and everything, you know? And so I realized that, you know, even though pretty privilege exists in this world and prettier people are treated better, when I honed in on different aspects of myself and developed those, I still attracted amazing, wonderful friendships and relationships into my life. So, babes, beauty transcends beyond the physical. And bottom line is, whatever you do focus on grows. So choose to focus on the other facets of yourself that make you beautiful, because I guarantee you, you have at least 10. And I want you to actually think about 10. That's your little homework after watching this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel, is listing 10 things about yourself, non-physical things about yourself that is beautiful. Oh. So, if you are a talented flute player, that is a beautiful thing. If you have a way with words and poetry, that's a beautiful thing. If you love to paint, that's a beautiful thing. You could be a really loving and generous person, that's a beautiful thing. You can be very empathetic, that is a beautiful thing. So really just think about these things, this list of 10 non-physical things that are beautiful about yourself, and I guarantee you, you're gonna be like, wow, I am fucking beautiful. Because you are, but only if you choose to see yourself as beautiful. Now, like I said earlier in the video, the world is a reflection of how you feel on the inside, and perception is everything, including your self-perception. If you feel like you are the life of the party, 9 times out of 10, you are gonna be the life of the party. If you perceive yourself as a boring person, 9 times out of 10, that will manifest for you. It's called a self-fulfilling prophecy, babes. Self-perception of yourself, especially in accordance with your looks, is what people will hone in on. Have you ever noticed, okay, this is like an example, and I promise it relates. Have you noticed when you're in class and you don't want to be picked on to read or to speak or to answer a question, and you just are in your chair and you're hunching over and you're like thinking so hard,
I don't want to get picked, I don't want to get picked, I'm such a bad speaker, like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Who does the teacher end up choosing? You. Because you are giving off that energy. You are giving off the energy of no, please, yikes, you don't want it. You're adding power, you're adding resistance, you're adding a lot of energy to it. And thus, it comes into your life. And you are chosen, and you have to speak. A show of hands, beauties and cuties, how many of that? How many of you has that happened to? That was horrible grammar, but you get me. And it's the same thing with self-perception. The way you perceive yourself, if you perceive yourself to be elegant and beautiful, people will perceive you to be elegant and beautiful. If you perceive yourself to be clumsy and ungraceful, a lot of people will see you as that because you are just giving the people what they want by the way you see yourself. Now, it's just so important to really think of who you want to become and what you want to expose to the world by the way you think of yourself. Because let me tell you, even if you don't think that the world perceives you the way you perceive yourself, I've been there before on the negative and positive aspects of self-perception, and both of those things have manifested for me. Like, there are points in my life where I felt like the most popular and the most loved person, and that's what the world gave me. And then there are moments where I just self-deprecated myself and thought the world hated me and everybody hated me. And I ended up manifesting a lot of drama for myself. So I guess this video is kind of like manifestation, because literally your looks are a physical manifestation of the garden of your mind, of the way you perceive yourself, of the way that you view yourself. The way you view yourself is the way the world will view you. So learn to view yourself in a more positive light, and I guarantee you the world will open up and the clouds will disperse, and that light that you see in yourself will be shown to others because you will be just radiating that all the time, beauties and cuties. All in all, stop choosing to be ugly. Knock that shit off right now. The world is made of choices. Again, babes, let me just reiterate. The world is full of choices, and we have the power to make choices every single day. So choose wisely. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna leave you with in this video. Choose wisely, because whatever you choose is the path that you will ultimately take. But again, choose a more beautiful path, all right? Thank you, beauties and cuties, for hanging out with your favorite internet guncle in this video. I hope you learned a lesson, and even though I was a bit harsh with you, I hope that jogged something in you. I hope that lit a fire within you to switch things up and choose a different way, because that is what I want for you, babes. Guncle just wants you to be thriving. I want my beautiful nieces and nephews, beauties and cuties, to be thriving in this world. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next video, beauties and cuties. Guncle loves you.